What is going on, everybody? Saluda here, and we are here with my first ever YouTube video, and I'm very excited about this. I have had a lot of questions, especially in my Twitch chat, asking me about leveling and if I had any kind of leveling guide, and I did not. So I thought I'd make one for us, for you guys, so you can enjoy that. And I thought it would make it a bit more easy for you to understand and like visually. So I've made a little something special for us. But before we do that, of course, if you are new, make sure to hit that like button on this video if you find it helpful, and also hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot, and I will be posting videos on a weekly basis. Also, make sure to come and follow me on my Twitch channel. Link will be down below. I stream Diablo 5 to 6 times a week, and we have a lot of fun there. So hope to see you there. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so number one, we're going to create or rebirth a seasonal character, right? So you would come into a game, you would create or rebirth. This time we're just going to create one, right? And we're going to, of course, create on the seasonal. If we can. I can't right now because it's off season, but I mean this tutorial. Alright. We would then do the challenge rift, and we would do the challenge rift trick, if you know it. I'm going to explain that to you. So you would go into your game settings and go to challenge rift. This is a specific build that someone has made before, and you need to use their build and skills to complete a GR level 50 within 5 minutes. It's usually pretty easy, but it can be kind of confusing sometimes, especially if you get a class that you haven't played before, right? So you're gonna do that. And the challenge rift trick is to start the game about 2 minutes before the season starts, and then that way, when the season starts and you get the pop-up saying the season has started, you're actually already in the challenge rift, and that means that you are like a few minutes ahead of everyone else. Not that it matters a whole lot. Just make sure that you don't kill the rift guardian before the achievement thing pops out, right? Because you don't want to do it. That'd be really awful. If you haven't seen it, maybe go and look it up somewhere. I'm not gonna do it right now, but look it up somewhere. On how that trick works specifically, if you haven't seen it before, because you don't want to fuck it up, right? If you can't find it, just don't do it at all, and just hope for someone does it eventually and you can see it, right? So next one, we're gonna open the challenge with cash on a seasonal character, and we're gonna use our bloodshards if they are best at used at level 1, right? So we're going to our character here, just gonna open the paragons. Down here in the corner, you would see a pop-up here, and it would be like blinking, and then you would see up here, it would be like challenge with cash. You would just click it and then claim to inventory and just get it here and just open that, collect the stuff. Pretty easy. In terms of using your bloodshards with best use at level 1, you definitely want to go to D3 planner. Let's go with barbarian level 1, right? We're in barbarian level 1. We're gonna go to braces. Braces here. We have Brace of Destruction and Brace of the First Men. These are both insanely good, and if you get one of these, you are in for a treat, right? Your leveling experience is gonna be so much better, and you're just gonna be so quick, right? So I definitely recommend rolling braces if you're rolling a barbarian. We're going to upgrade the blacksmith and mystic to max rank. Alright, so let's just go to Act 1. So we all know Act 1. It's the best sound. We would upgrade our blacksmith here to rank 12. That means we can craft 70 weapons. We would then go over here to the mystic and train, and then also use that to rank 12, right? That means we can modify our 70 weapons basically. Next one, which is 5. We're gonna buy blues from town vendors, and we're gonna take our follower weapon. Alright, so I'm on a barbarian right now, which means that I would want a melee weapon. I would go to my Templar, inventory and skills, click this weapon, take it off, right? You can also take this shield, I guess, doesn't matter. As you can see, my damage is 3.38 right now. If I take this on, 9.47. That's like 3 times as much damage just from 2 clicks, right? Just taking this weapon and putting it on. Really good. You want to go to some of the vendors. This guy, for instance, right? Doesn't have any better weapons, that's fine. What you could do is take it off, and maybe we could like equip it here. Then we have high damage, you don't need toughness. Go to armor. Let's get some of these items, right? It's not gonna do a lot, but you know, it helps out, right? A bit of regen, a bit more toughness. Why not? And it's just right next to him, so why not? Next one, we're gonna grab the Kanai's cube from Ruins of Sesseron in Act 3. So we go to Act 3, and then we go to Ruins of Sesseron. We're gonna get the cube at level 1 this time, because we can do something really nice with it. So I'm not gonna do it right now, but it's simply just running along the path and finding it, right? It's a linear map, just follow it, find the next level, go to the next level, and you will find it eventually, right? Just keep running and you'll find it eventually. Next point. We are going to now craft the best level 70 yellow weapon for your class and upgrade it to a legendary using the cube recipe 3, right? So we're gonna use D3 planner again. So let's say we are on a demon hunter. We're gonna look at 70 weapons. For a demon hunter, we would want daggers because we get Carlisle's Point or Lord Greenstone's Fan. Both of these weapons are very good in terms of damage increase. So this will help a lot, and we have a 100% chance to get them, which is really nice. For a barb, I would definitely go down and I would make 200 mighty weapons. Right, the Bastions Revered, not that great. It's not gonna do a lot. Play of the Tribes is okay. It's not the top, but it's alright. Right. Fury of the Vanished Peak. Now this one is insane, right? It's gonna reduce the fur cost of Seismic Slam, and it's gonna increase your damage by a massive ton, right? These ones are alright. They're not really, well, they're not gonna do anything basically. If you get one of those, tough luck. The Gavel of Judgment. This is really nice, right? This increases your Harm of the Ancient damage and returns Fury if you're hit through your enemies. Pretty good for, you know, killing elites and stuff. So we go into the game. We would then go to the blacksmith first to craft the weapon. I would craft a two-handed mighty weapon. Make sure it's level 70. I'm going to craft one of these. I'm going to go to the cube now. And I'm going to upgrade it using the upgrade rare items. Put it in, fill, boom. Now, we got the gavel this time, which would mean that our season is amazing, right? We got one of the best ones. So, we would now go to extract legendary power. Put it in, fill it up, and transmute it. Make sure to, you know, actually put it on, right? So I would go here, find it, pick it on. Now I have that, right? I have that now. That's gonna increase my damage so much, right? And if I also had the braces, even more. Next one, we are going to craft a level 70 200 weapon with some kind of crowd control effect. This could be a slow or stun, etc. Where you have that as a secondary stat. And then we're going to reroll the other stat to reduce level requirement. And this works even better if you get life on hit as a primary stat, because it just removes another stat that you can roll, right? So basically you can have a level 70 weapon by the time you reach level 40. So we would go to 200 mace. This would be the best one for a barb. 200 mace. Mace is best because it has the slowest attack speed, which helps a lot because that means you hit harder basically. We did not get any secondary here that is a CC, so we will make another one. Not that one either. Alright, so we made the third one now, where we got some chance to chill, which is CC, and we got some life per hit as a primary. Now that is just gonna help us so much more to get what we want, right? So we're gonna put it in here, and then we're gonna take down here, right? You have the chance to chill and the monsters kill. We're gonna leave the CC. Make sure you click the other one. Let's see what we can get. We get XP, ignore durability loss, and level requirement. This is the gold mine, right? That's the one we're after. We're going to replace this one. We're gonna keep. It usually doesn't take a lot. Where we got a 9. 9 isn't that good. I would say 27. There we go. I would say if you get the life per hit as a primary, go for 25 plus. If you don't get the life per hit as primary, and you only get the secondary, which is the CC, just go for 20 and above, I'd say. And now we got this one. So now we can equip this little 43 we have the weapon in our cube, and we could have gotten the braces if we gamble for them, right? So we have potential for so much power. Right, and another little tip here, when doing this, these weapons, the cost of it racks up a lot, right? So it would cost 56 now. Let's try another one. Let's not ruin that one. It costs 33 now. The next one is 39. It's 45. It's gonna stack up a lot, right? So make sure that it doesn't stack up too much, right? Only roll it maybe 5 times, let's say. Just be wary of your gold while doing this, right? It's better to go and craft a new one, and rerolling that one than trying to get just the first one you get. It's better to just craft a new weapon and just start over with the rerolling, because it's not that hard to get CC effect, right? So we have this ready now. Alright, so 10. Basically at this point we are ready to start the whole leveling process, right? We are going to do normal rifts at best difficulty for us, or we could do Halls of Agony in T6. Alright. And then of course equip your crafted 70 weapon when possible and increase the difficulty equally. Alright, so normally when you start out, you would start on hard maybe. If you get one of the lucky weapons, the legendary effects or something like that, you could definitely go higher, maybe a Torment 2 or something. Keep trying, find out the sweet spot for you. What you can also do is you could go to Halls of Agonies, these ones here, and you could go and do what we call the cleaver, which basically means that you use the cleavers that are in these maps to kill the mobs for you. Now, if you do get a good cube effect like we did, I wouldn't say this is necessary, and it's probably just more harm than good, but it's an option. And if you are looking for it, you can definitely find like other guides for it. It's fairly complex sometimes in terms of spells and the right setups, right? Typically you would want stuff like Demon Hunters, and the bot wouldn't really do that well, but if you want it, you can go look for it. It's called like Diablo 3 Cleaver Strategy, Halls of Agony, right? Alright, number 11. We're going to craft 200 weapons while leveling. We're going to craft them for these level 8, 16, 21, 29, and 37, right? So basically, this allows us to get some really good weapons while leveling, just in case we don't find ones while doing it. So basically, as a barb, I would probably recommend doing two-handed axes. Yeah, so right here you have an 8, 16, 21, 29, 33, right? So these ones here, these are very powerful. What you could do, you could just craft them all at once. Let's say I'm just gonna craft 2 of them, right? I've crafted 2 of them. Let's say that I crafted all of them, right? I have all of them just laying in my bag here. I want to be careful because the next time I'm gonna go to town, from a rift, if I go in here and just click salvage all, it's gonna salvage them, and I don't want to salvage the room and just create it. So what I would recommend is just to shove them in your stash until you can use them, right? So just have the numbers in your head, 8, 16, etc. Or you could go up here and change them. You can't do it with the blue one though. Go up here, you could transmortify it, which costs 10,000, is a bit much, but as long as you have like modified it somehow, when you go to the salvage, I'm not gonna accidentally salvage this now. So I have my 43 weapon here, which I have already modified with the reduced level requirement, and I have this weapon which I just transmog, so they are both modified. So when I click here, boom, they're not gonna be removed because they have been modified, right? So I'll be able to keep them in here. So basically, if you have any kind of weapons you would like to keep in your bag and you don't want to put them in your stash, you could do that. Alright, number 12. We're going to buy rings at vendors upon reaching level 7 plus, and we're going to be looking for flat damage rings or plus 10 main stat. If you are playing hardcore, you could also look for vitality. That will probably help you out quite a bit. I would recommend looking in Act 5, 3, and 2. Also find decent amulets at level 9 plus, so you can also look for that. So I'm just quickly gonna level up to level 7, and I'll see you when I've done so. Alright, so we have now reached level 7, and now we're gonna try and see if we can buy some rings. So first off, we're gonna start in Act 5. We're gonna check there. This is like the easiest spot because he's literally just down here, right? Trinkets. We got some vitality. If you're hardcore, you can definitely go for this one. Might help you quite a bit. We got 7 strength. I would probably normally just take this and just equip that. But for the sake of the video, I'm gonna try and see if we can find something a bit extra, right? We're gonna go to Act 3 now. Act 3 is the guy just down here. Here, trinkets. So we got 7 strength, we got some vitality attack speed. Not the best. Let's try in Act 2. See if we get something over there. I usually always find it like the last place I check, so it might just be here, knowing my luck. Here we got regen, we got fire in. Okay, so we didn't find it here. We're just gonna remake the game and try again. Alright, so we have remade the game now. And we're gonna try and see if we can find it again. Hopefully this time we'll be here. 5 decks, 7 select. Not here. In terms of making a new game to look for it, I would normally say do it maybe once or twice. And if you don't find it by that, then it's better to just go and level again. Then you're definitely just unlucky. We got 10 strength here, and we got +2 damage. These are the ones that I would be after, right? 10 strength and +2 to 4 damage. These are the perfect ones. So let's see. I bought all of them just to check, right? So without any rings, we have 12 here. If I put these strength on, we're gonna get some damage. Not a whole lot, but it's better than nothing, right? And we also get some toughness out of it. Now, if I take these off, and I would use the damage rings instead. Look at the damage number. It goes from 12 to 24 almost. So we almost doubled our damage simply by just buying a few rings, right? And I was a bit unlucky. It took me a few times to find them, but normally you can find it like very easily. And this just shows like that's a massive damage increase, right? Just from one click. Alright, so that's basically the 12 steps done. Now we're going to go into some extra details. So maybe for some of the new players who haven't got a lot of experience, this could help you a lot, right? So when I say the right difficulty in terms of the rift, up here number 10, I mean it should take about 10 seconds for you to kill an elite. If it takes longer, you should lower it, and if it takes less, you should increase it. That way you have a really good way to measure if you're too high or too low in terms of the difficulty. In terms of finding out your optimal bloodshard usage, you should definitely check D3 Planet Kadala. It can help you a lot. I would personally recommend stuff like Barb going for bracers, Necromancer going for gloves, or for Demon Hunter you could go for Lurk's Crown level 1, or you could save your bloodshards for level 31 where you get Holy Point Shot. That could help you a lot. And also I have a few recommendations of what you could upgrade for your level 70 weapon in terms of extracting legendary power. For Monk, I would go for 2-hand Diablo. A Necro, I would go for 2-hand Scythe. A Wizard, I would go for 1-hand Wand. Demon Hunter, 1-handed Dagger. Witch Doctor, Mojo, Mask. And Barb, go for 2-hand Mighty Weapon. And Crusader, Crusader Shield. But I would always recommend checking D3 Planner first to make sure that there's something in there that you actually want for that magical weapon, right? Alright, and that's about what I had from this guide. If you have any questions, make sure to put them in a comment down below. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. And also, if you want to see any future content, make sure to also post that in a comment down below so I know what you're after. Besides that, have a great one. Peace out.